Hey everybody, it is Mr. Ensminger. Apologies that I was not able to be here today. I'm recording this on Monday night. Have a little quick sick day tomorrow for a doctor's appointment, so hopefully I'll be back in action soon enough. In the meantime, I appreciate you watching this video. This video will walk you through everything that we would have done in class today to prepare you for later in the week, the second half of the project we're going to be doing. I, of course, have first period on Monday, so everything we did in first period is in this video, and then, of course, it's you guys. So, ninth period, first period, same stuff. Let's do it. So here, as we always do, let's go over the agenda first. Today, we're going to be doing a first part of a little catch game. So I'll show you all about that here momentarily. And on Friday, when I see you again, we are going to be finishing that. So it's a two-day project. In the meantime, asynchronously, the most important thing of the week we'll get to last. There are two little videos, two short little programs, two little videos for you to watch. The first one is a program that makes like a screen saver, a little thing bouncing around your window, the bounce counter video. So check that out. And then also the opacity video, or opacity, it is the video showing you how to do transparencies on your form. Both of those, the first one's a little bit longer, this one's pretty short. Both of those pale in comparison, though, to the most important thing going on this week, and that would be on Wednesday and Wednesday only, your graded program set. There are 4 programs. I'm going to enable it at midnight on Wednesday, and you have until 11:59 p.m. to submit the 4 programs. You may not submit late. There's no makeup opportunity on this one. The end of the marking period is the end of this week. So I'm not going to allow anything other than this Wednesday. You have the day for asynchronous work, and so we're going to use that. So plan your schedule around that. I want you to realize that if we were in typical 5-day-a-week school, what we're doing for that graded program set would be what you do in one 40-minute class period. So if you find yourself spending 2-3 hours on this or more, understand that's on you. And I don't really have a nice way to say that. Of course, you are at home, so you are more than welcome to spend as much time as you want to get a great grade. But, please understand that they're meant to be done in a 40-minute chunk of time. So roughly 10 minutes each. You're going to have to go quickly. I'm not saying that it's like a slow, leisurely pace, but in years past, this is what we do. There'd be 4 programs, and you come to class. When the bell rings, you start, and you have until the bell rings to stop. And, typically out of the class, like 75% of people get all 4 programs done in 40 minutes. So, I know things are a little bit different these days, and I can't police you at home, but, just like I said, it's on you if you want to spend hours and hours and hours on your Wednesday doing this. You can do 4 programs in 40 minutes if you know what you're doing. The programs, when you're submitting them, you're not submitting the programs, you're submitting a screenshot. The instructions will be in there on Wednesday, so please read over them carefully so that you know what to submit and how to submit it. Okay? If there are any questions on Wednesday, I'll be available, but again, just to recap, that's the one and only day this week that'll be available. So make sure you are in tune for Wednesday. Okay. So, to make this catch game, there's 2 resources I need. I'm going to open up the course materials, and I'm going to go into this week, the week of March 22nd. And in here, you'll see 2 graphics, basketball and indoor court. I'm going to click on basketball, and up pops a basketball. Shocking, right? I need to save this, so I'm going to right-click on it. I'm going to save image as, and I'm going to save that onto my desktop. So, save. Then, I'm going to go back. So, week of March 22nd. Go back to indoor court. Right-click. Save that. Save to your desktop. Boom, there it goes. Okay, so now you are ready for what we're doing today. I'm going to open up Visual Studio. You can put those graphics, in your resources folder if you want to. You can put it on your desktop. It's entirely up to you. Create a new project, and yeah, look at my exciting desktop. Disneyland Adventures. Great game. Good thing I have a 3090 to play Disneyland Adventures. In fairness, that is for my 3-year-old. So, let's see. Visual Basic, Windows, Desktop. Let me make sure I get the right one. Windows Form App. Next. Excuse me, I'm going to do Desktop. And I'm going to call this the Catch Game. Period 9. Create. And here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so you have your toolbox, your Solution Explorer, your properties, you have your form. I'm going to go to my form. I'm going to change the text to the Catch Game. Very exciting. Then I'm going to go up to the top under the B's. I want to put in the court for the image, and I'm going to change image layout also to stretch. So background image, open that up, import, go to wherever you saved it, indoor court, hit open, hit OK. There it is. Right now it's tiled, which makes it look ridiculous. Underneath that, I'm going to go to stretch. So whatever size you make this thing, that's how big it'll be. I'm going to go down all the way to the bottom. Windows state, maximized. So ultimately you change Windows state to maximize, the text to the Catch Game, the background to the court, and then finally the image mode from tile to stretch. What that means is when I run this program, oh, it's going to give me this silly thing. Ah, man. All right, hang on a second. Well, I know it'll work. So I think it doesn't like when I name it certain things. The same thing happened to me at school earlier today. It's a pain. The Windows Defender is trying to defend me against this executable file that Visual Basic's making. Don't worry about it. But when I run this, it would give me a full screen basketball court. Man, the joys of recording videos for class. Okay, next. I'm going to go to Toolbox, and I'm going to make a picture box. I'm going to put a picture box in the top left corner. This is where the basketball is going to go. Now, the important part today is understanding how to work with transparencies and transparent backgrounds. Okay. I'm going to change the background color of this to transparent, because right now it's gray. I want to load the basketball in there, but I want a transparent background. So background color, open that up, go to web. First one says transparent. So ta-da, it's transparent. Great. I'm now going to go to the little arrow up here in the top right. It's a little shortcut. Click on that. Choose image. Import the basketball. Hit OK. And now the thing that used to be transparent a moment ago is no longer transparent. And where'd the basketball go? Well, it's because you need to make that bigger. And it's kind of a pain because the box doesn't resize properly. So it's like, oh, there's your picture box. But then, okay, so let's just get this straight. I'm going to go to the arrow. Size mode. I'm going to do auto size for now. We're going to change it later, but for right now, I'm going to do auto size because I want to prove a point. Auto size makes the box as big as the original picture. So it's going to be perfectly shrink wrapped around it. There is a huge problem here, and this is going to be a problem when we're making games if you don't understand this right off the bat. There is something in gaming, in programming, in animation, we call hitboxes. It is the imaginary box around an object that says, oh, this thing hit this thing. So right now, the picture of the basketball is not just the basketball, it's this entire white area. So let's say I'm making a game where I want to touch the basketball with my mouse. If I put my mouse over here, nowhere close to the basketball, it still technically counts as you touched it. We can't have that. So that's one problem. We need to make this cropped closer to the basketball. The other problem is, of course, what happened to our transparency? You look over here and it's like, it's still transparent. Well, that's because the basketball background, if you remember looking at it, if you look at it on your desktop, it's not even remotely close to transparent. The way I can tell that is, here's my file. Look at that. It's the basketball with a huge white background. I need to fix that. Now, if you have like a photo editing program, like say a Photoshop, that's great because I can do that. But for a universal way to do this, there's a website that will strip out the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a browser, and I'm going to go to a website called remove.bg. Remove.bg. And look, it's a website that says, hey, remove image background. So I'm going to click upload. I'm going to upload my basketball. So, got to upload that. And after a second or two, this will come up. So, check this out. Anything you look online and find that has this like checkerboard background, that's a transparent background. Those are the ones you want. Just like when you do a virtual background in Zoom, how it tries to check out like what's the actual image and then what's the background. That's what's happening here. Some files are easier to do than others. What you're really looking for would be images that have like a nice, solid background color, like green screen. If you know what green screen is, or blue screen, it'll strip out those colors and it'll take just the bare bones of what you want in the image. Once you get that, I'm going to download it. And if I show in the folder, and I'm going to put that on my desktop. Whoop, so there that is. You can see an immediate difference. So on the left would be the old one, and on the right is the new one. Yay! Now here's the thing. In Visual Basic, nothing changed, of course, because why would it? You didn't change the background, or you didn't change the image here. So let's do that. I'm going to go click on this, choose image, and then import again, and I'm going to do the new one. So the background, remove BG preview, hit open and hit OK. And now, hey, look at that. It is transparent once again. But we still have the same problem of this huge hitbox. I want to crop this down. Unfortunately, I can't really do that in Visual Basic. Just like I can't strip out the background image transparency, I have to do this separately. So once again, if you have a photo program to do this, great. If not, I'm just going to double click on this to go into the Windows Photo app. In the top right corner where it says Edit and Create, I'm going to click Edit, and I'm going to shrink this down. Shrink it, shrink it, shrink it. Crop it as close as you humanly can. Obviously, it does not have to be perfect, but this is as good as it's going to get. In Visual Basic, things are measured as rectangles. So we can't make a circle. We have to get as close as we can. So this little area up here, this little area up here, like these are still technically part of the hitbox. Is that ideal? No, but I mean, it's a little bit crazy because how big this basketball is. Like, it looks like a big area because of how big the basketball is. When we shrink this down, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So once you have it cropped down, I'm going to go save a copy. And it'll do exactly that. It's going to save a copy. I'm going to just save. And it's going to ask me to replace it. Yeah, I'm going to replace it. And now, this is our final product. So there's your basketball. I'm going to go back one more time. This is still not the correct image. I need to go one more time, choose an image, and then import the basketball, preview, file, hit open, hit OK. And now there is your fixed, completed basketball, which is still rather large. Because it's on auto size, it's going to make this box be the size of the file. If I open this up, and I go to size mode stretch, I can shrink it down. Try and keep it a square so that it stays the correct ratio. And now there you go. Now, once again, I will point out, you see there are some residual areas here. You can't get rid of it entirely. And that's just one of the limitations of Visual Basic. So just understand that if you have a circular object that you're trying to collide with, when we do that code, yeah, it's still going to touch that, even though it's not technically the basketball. And that's just something we're going to have to live with. Okay? So I know I'm going through this video rather fast. If you're in class and you need to pause, rewind, check that again, go right ahead. I will just pause for a minute. If you guys are watching this on the overhead, let you catch up. Again, your ultimate goal here was to get the basketball both transparent and cropped and shrunk down so that it's something that looks like that. So that's the most important skill set of today's class. Okay, so let me just get back in here. The last thing we're going to do today then is make a score. So I'm going to go to label. I'll put that in the top left corner. And I'm going to do mostly cosmetic changes to this. The first thing I'm going to do, auto size is false, like we always do. I'm going to go to text, make the text 0. That's our score, starting store 0. Text alignment, middle center. Stretch it out a little bit, maybe. And like I said, the other stuff's just cosmetic. I'm going to make the font a little bit larger, maybe bold. The foreground color, I'm going to make kind of like a basketball color, maybe like orange. And then last but not least, the background, I'm going to make transparent again because I just think that looks better. I can shrink it down. I don't want to make it too small. If you make it too small, then when it gets to double digits, it's going to be messed up. So make sure you save enough space for, a couple of digits, whatever font you use. So this is the first half of our project, the design part. It doesn't matter where the basketball goes because the code is going to be what changes where this goes. What we're going to do on Friday, when I see you again, we're going to be adding in a timer to this thing. We're going to do some animation, and so what's going to happen is the basketball is going to fall from the top. We're going to catch it with our cursor. So that is all for today, gang. Thanks for watching. I know the video is a little bit on the shorter side compared to the length of the class, but like I said, hopefully you're able to pause this in parts and kind of catch up. I talked through this rather quickly. It's kind of hard to awkwardly pause when you're recording a video for a live class. So do your best. I have faith and trust in you guys, and like I said, I will see you again on Friday. Take care.